Now, if you're watching this video, you probably already know what a Veloster N looks like, so I'm going to use this as an opportunity to show some of the more minor details of this car, and to show some of the things that I might not have realized before I bought it. So, this is the interior. You can see it's black with the blue accents, and all of the buttons have the blue backlight. And one thing I noticed is the steering wheel buttons also have the blue backlight. Floor mats have a kind of a cheesy N badge on there. It's got a rubber bottom. I think you can probably remove it for cleaning. It's got a little tab there. Let me see if I can pull it out without breaking it. Yep, there we go. So that just pops out with some clips. The bottom of the cup holder looks like that same texture, but it's just plastic. It's not removable. It's a basic center console. There's a big bump right here, which I'm assuming is part of the handbrake mechanism. Let's go ahead and peel this off. Blue seat belts are in the front and the back. Of course, this is the side that has the door in the back. You can see the difference in the pillars. The pillar on this side is further forward than the pillar on that other side. There is space underneath this mat for a spare tire. It's a donut, not a full-size spare. Currently, there's a large foam insert underneath there that holds an air pump and a couple little tools. Actually, I'll show you. This is a little bit tricky because you have to line up the holes, or there's a slot for each hook. And I want to do that without ripping the carpet. There's a tow hook, there's a screwdriver, it's a bottle of tire goop, and an air pump. And there's this tray underneath for if you want to throw some jumper cables or other tools. Or if you remove the tray, there's space for a donut. The seats do fold down flat. Gonna have to move this seat forward a little bit. The seats are manually adjusted, just with a bar at the front. Where is it? Oh, come on. There we go. The hood does not have hydraulic struts, it's just got a good old-fashioned strut rod. Which, just a warning, if the engine's been running, grab it by this foam piece because the rod gets very, very hot. Air filter opens up with these 4 clips. This cover lifts off. That is quite the air filter. So that wedge comes out, and then the filter element just lifts out. The oil filter is down there, and you can see there's a cutout in the lower tray so that you can access it, hopefully, with a proper oil filter wrench without having to remove the lower tray. Alternator is right here, so it doesn't look like it would be too difficult to replace the alternator other than detensioning the serpentine belt. Oh, the tensioner is right over here, so it might be relatively easy to access. Alternator, AC compressor is below the alternator. Spark plugs look like they would be relatively easy to replace. Much of the grille is actually covered up. There's a rectangle up top and a rectangle on the bottom that's open. You've got the crash structure behind this middle part. None of these vents are real. There's shiny plastic inside there. And neither are these vents, although you can see straight through that portion of the bumper here. I really like this swoopy bit here on the front fenders. Let's see, you can almost sort of see the multi-link rear suspension. This is under the front of the car, so you can see the cutout for the oil filter. There's the rear motor mount. Drive shaft. The lower control arm is just a stamped steel piece, just like a lot of other front-wheel drive cars. And it looks like the ball joint is removable. It's not pressed into the lower arm, so you can replace just the ball joint. A lot of these plastic trays for aerodynamics along the bottom. It looks like the only jack points really are along this seam weld. It has this large spoiler with the center third brake light. Some bits of fake carbon fiber on the sides here. This door is just a piece of plastic, and there's no sort of damping on it, so it just flops. Oh, there's a detent, so if you push it all the way there, it stays. Rear visibility is not great. There is a large pillar all the way from here to about there. Well, I think that's it. Thank you for watching this video and taking a look at the brand new Hyundai Veloster N.